Another sellout crowd in Boston. These fans have cheered their team on to a perfect 7-0 playoff record. And they're trying to make it another one to advance them to the conference finals. Kevin Garnett. Now the Boston Celtics all tied up with LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers, 3 games apiece. Rondo had a great game 5, struggled game 6. Kevin Garnett's first shot won't go. But Rondo, an excellent rebounding guard, able to haul it in. Watching Pierce and James as Pierce puts in the first one, watching these 2 big-time scorers defend each other has been a lot of fun because they both up their defense. As Pierce opens up exactly the way the Celtics would have loved, a couple of good jump shots early.
Well, one of the things that LeBron James has trouble with is screens on the ball. He's such a big body, it's hard to negotiate those screens as he knocks it in, which allows Pierce some separation.
And they've done a great job of realizing how the Celtics can hurt them and taking them out of those things.
Most notably, Ray Allen and Paul Pierce. Zerbiak now on Pierce on this possession. Garnett, good wide open shot.
I really like the aggressiveness of Paul Pierce early. Missed the last jump shot, but continues to look to make plays. That time puts it on the floor and finds Garnett.
Boy, Garnett has been a monster on the boards in the first 4 minutes. Pierce hits a 3. Paul Pierce lighting it up to start. And the Celtics lead by 8. Timeout, Cavaliers. James, tough move. Won't go down. Ben Wallace can't grab it. Here comes Rondo. 3-on-2. Rondo to Pierce. Perfect timing on the pass.
No, and here you're watching Paul Pierce defend James. See, all these body bumps are 50-50 calls, and that's why it's so important that you get established early in the game on the defensive end.
James, nice up and under move, and able to get it to go. That's their first points in 5.5 minutes. James gets inside. Oh, beautiful power move from LeBron James.
Talk about a strength, the ability to go to the left hand, avoiding contact, and then finish at the rim.
James to the basket. Oh, hard foul. Ray Allen hit him. Shot clock down to 6. Pierce, pretty play. Pierce is on the mark in the early going.
Well, it's the same mentality that we're talking about KG should have. Pierce realized I'm being guarded by Pavlovic one-on-one. Help doesn't come. I'm going to take this guy.
James on the drive. Posey stays with him. Oh, pretty shot, LeBron James. James drive blocked with a foul.
13 points, 6 points for the rest of the team.
And he's getting to the line. Pierce gets inside. Pierce left-handed. Pierce getting it done early. 13 points.
Here, a very difficult split move, and then goes in and finishes with his left hand. Very good adjustment by Doc Rivers, putting him in a pick and roll. And frankly, I didn't know he was this efficient running the pick and roll.
Pierce steps back for 3. Gets it to go. Hits the front of the rim and goes forward. 16 first half points for Pierce, and we still have over 7.5 minutes to play. A real spark. We can score points in a hurry. Speaking of that, LeBron James, that's a 2 as his foot was on the line.
When you think about that, how many pure point guards are there? You got to let this guy play basketball. Pierce has the ball in his hands. Will put Eddie House in position to catch and shoot.
Pierce will go to the line for 2 more. Nice feed. Perkins inside. Paul Pierce doing a little bit of everything.
Yeah, that's why you don't need a real point guard on the floor, because Paul Pierce has the basketball in his hands and he's making great decisions. That time gets trapped, finds Perkins.
James to the basket. Verjao making an 8-point deficit. Garnett. Pierce wide open 3. Bang! Damon Jones back in again. With Verjao, West, Pavlovic, and James, as Jeff said, a very small lineup right now. James inside, count it, and a foul. When you see him make plays like that, it's like you feel he can do that every single time. He's so powerful. Pierce again on the drive. Takes his time. Pierce. And a late whistle, but a foul. Posey with the help. Good ball denial. Stolen by Pierce. Pierce to the basket. Foul again as he goes crashing into one of the cameramen, and he's shaken up on the play. James inside, and he's fouled.
And people, do not adjust your TV sets. It's just smoky. It has nothing to do with Paul Pierce being on fire. He got it off a pull-up, then he ran the pick and roll to perfection here. Another mid-range J. Again, stringing out Ilgauskas. LeBron James has a little trouble negotiating the screen and gets a fortunate bounce. And then this, a very improved Paul Pierce, ball handling wise. Sees the hard show, splits the show, takes it to the rim, and finishes with his left hand. 26 points in the first half.
Perkins now is just roaming the whole area.
James drives down the other end and puts it in, out of foul. Bad pass from Perkins on the offensive end led James to bring the Cavs within 8. James steps back. Still hasn't hit a 3 in the games here in Boston as West knocks down the 3. And all of a sudden, it's a 5-point game.
Good patience by James. Could have left it. Instead, waited. Found the open man, West. Continued to trust his team.
Ilgauskas again facing the basket, and it's a 3-point game. Timeout, Boston. Big Z with a couple of big shots, and it's 52-49.
You're walking the ball up every single time. You gave up 2 wide-open threes. You cannot ease into this thing. You've got to be kidding me.
Pierce hits a 3. Big bucket. And, Jeff, you felt the same way. You can't believe the way the Celtics have come out here in the third.
It is perplexing that in this game you come out with so little energy to start a second half.
James. It's good. 27 for LeBron James.
It's incredible when great basketball players can make bad offensive sets look good.
And this is why Celtic fans were fearful of the Game 7 against the LeBron James as Pierce comes back because of what a superstar can do. But in their favor, Paul Pierce is playing like a superstar here this afternoon. Midway through the third, James hits a 3. That's his first 3-pointer here in Boston. He'd been really struggling from downtown on the road. 0 for 17 until that one. There's the double. Pierce, he's feeling it. Paul Pierce lighting it up with 33. Timeout, Cavaliers. Standing ovation here in Boston. The 2 big stars have been LeBron James and Paul Pierce.
And this is called Player Tracker, but it should be called Star Tracker. LeBron James, great anticipation, 1-man fast break, too strong for the Celtics, and then a bad offensive set. He just backs up. He's going to be given a cushion. He knocks it in, and then a pick and roll. Again, space, time, and ability to get on balance and knock it in.
Pierce nearly stripped. Good strength that time for Pierce. Brown with the bucket.
It's easy offense. The way that the Cavs are defending the pick and roll, anytime the perimeter players for the Celtics come off, bigs will be able to make a play for themselves or someone else.
Joe Smith would have a guy like that who can knock down shots, come off the bench.
Well, that's why he has to play going down the stretch, because you have to keep the Celtic defenders honest, and Joe Smith is a big that can knock down shots.
James hands it off. West for 3. Hits it. Delonte West from downtown. And it's a 4-point game.
You talk about the high IQ of LeBron James also. He sets who's ready to play, who's ready to make shots, makes a play for West.
James nearly falls. James to the basket. Hammered by P.J. Brown. Pierce gets past James. Nice feed inside. Ready pass from Paul Pierce, and the lead back to 6.
Keeping the ball in Pierce's hands, and time again, he is making the right plays. Dribble penetration, finding guys open.
Garnett now on James. The defensive player of the year against the game's leading scorer. James blocked, but a foul. Pierce has just been brilliant today. On the pull-up. Puts it in. What a tough shot from Paul Pierce.
Has the package offensively. Obviously, this afternoon has a rhythm. Clearing the way, isolation, knocking down the jump shot as LeBron is on his heels.
James, that's a 3. It's good. LeBron James from downtown. And it's back to a 4-point game. 37 for LeBron.
I can see why this young man says he's never desperate. Any team that he's on is never desperate. Making plays down the stretch.
James and Pierce putting on a show for the fans. Pierce on a drive, on the pull-up. It's good. 39 for Pierce.
No, and you're coaching in this league, it's what's working. Well, Paul Pierce is what's working. Get him the ball and get out of his way.
James and Pierce going back and forth at each other. James will try another three. Knocks it down. Back-to-back threes for LeBron James. And it's 83-80. One of these two are going to have a great performance and come out a loser.
Well, the great players say, get out of my way. It's time for me to make a play. Pierce is doing that on his end.
And again, this one was well defended too. James just rose up and stuck the three.
James, Garnett on him. Shot clock down to 5. James on the drive, gets inside, tough shot, he knocks it down. And it's back to 3.
And I'm going to say this right now. I am in a double team and blitz LeBron James on every pick and roll. Anybody but LeBron James, I want shooting the ball right now.
Here's to Garnett again. Tough shot. It's good. Celtics by 5.
Smart play by Rondo. Pull it out as opposed to doing something that your team will pay the price. Gets Kevin Garnett on the block with a big-time move. Offensively, Pierce knocks down a jumper. Isolation. LeBron does the same thing on his end. They're playing a game. Anything you can do, I can do better. One guy saying, no, I can't. The other, yes, I can. The question is, where does it end? LeBron isolation against KD. Everybody out of my way. I'm going to take advantage of this matchup. Both guys spectacular to close out this game.
James with the steal. Here he goes. And James makes it a 1-point game with 2:20 to play. And this is the closest the Cavs have been since the opening minutes. They've never led. And now trail by a point. LeBron James with 44 points and his defense doing it again. James, he'll drive. James gets inside. He's fouled. Shot won't go. Conley puts that one in. 4-point game. Clutch free throws from the Celtics. Back up by 6. 2-possession game. James kicks it out. Pavlovich for 3. Puts it in. 3-point game with 8.6 remaining. And there Pierce is fouled. And this one not over yet. It goes in. 40 points for Pierce. And a huge sigh of relief. Clutch free throws again. James gets it. Fires up a quick 3. Won't go. Smith the rebound. Back out. Stolen by House. And that'll do it. The Celtics are going back